Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. So today we are going to look into the new subtopic, that is the flow through pipes in parallel. So first of all, untuk slide ni, saya akan guna landscape view so that you akan nampak lebih jelas lah. Tapi still I don't know, sebab app ni dia tak boleh nak fit to screen, so that I need to scroll up and down, okay, untuk tunjuk habis semua teks dalam satu screen, sebab previously I guna method portrait, but then bila jadi video, tulisan tu nampak macam blur kan. So I try method landscape ni pula, okay. So let's start. So this is the introduction. So what is flow in parallel? Okay, when there are two or more pipes, okay, means that more than two pipes connected in parallel, okay. Connect to reservoir, okay, so that the fluid can flow from one reservoir to another through the two routes. Kalau dia lebih dari two pipes, dia akan more than two routes lah, So for example, the diagram we have two reservoir, and then dia akan connect, dia ada dua pipe, atau lebih dari dua pipe lah, sambung dari reservoir satu ke dua, okay, at the same direction lah. Air akan pergi dari direction tank 1 ke tank 2 lah, okay, at the same direction. So the tank may also difference in height, okay, dia ada difference in elevation lah juga, that may produce the flow which are the same for each pipe, okay. So the steady flow equation can be applied, okay, and then the total volume rate of flow equal to the sum of the flow in each pipe, meaning that when you need to calculate the total flow rate, it is equal to the flow that flowing in the pipe 1 plus with the flow that flowing in pipe 2. Okay, so that is the sum of the flow in each pipe. So kalau dia ada more than two pipes, so you may have more than two flow rate lah. Okay, so let's look into this example. The two sharp ended pipes of length. Okay, so you have two pipe. Kat sini dia cakap two pipes, okay. Both length is 150 meter, connected in parallel, okay, between two reservoir, okay, that may have difference in height at 12 meter. So meaning dia ada dua reservoir, ada dua pipe, 15 meter length dia kan, the same length, okay. The difference of the tank is 12. Okay, the diameter of pipe 1 and pipe 2 is, okay, so may have the different diameter for each pipe, okay. So F is the same, 0.0075 for each pipe. So the question is calculate the rate of flow for each pipe. So you need to calculate the Q1 for pipe 1 and Q2 for pipe 2. Okay, and then for question B, calculate the diameter of a single pipe 150 meter long, which will give the same flow if it is to replace the original two pipes. Okay, soalan yang kedua ni, dia nak kira apakah diameter, okay, untuk pipe satu saja pipe yang menyambung, yang boleh menggantikan kedua-dua pipe ni. Okay, tapi still memberi the same flow rate. Q total is the same with pipe Q1 plus Q2. Okay, tapi dia nak guna satu pipe saja yang menggantikan kedua-dua pipe ni. Dan apakah diameter pipe yang satu tu? Okay. So kita tengok solution untuk A. So first of all, we need to calculate all the losses. Okay. So pipe losses for each pipe, satu persatu ya, sebab kita ada diameter yang berbeza. Betul? Diameter 1 and diameter 2 is different. So definitely dia akan ada velocity 1 and velocity 2 yang berbeza. So bila velocity berbeza, so definitely dia akan ada flow rate yang berbeza untuk kedua-dua pipe. So first kita tahu, identify dulu what type of losses yang jadi dekat each pipe. Okay, first we may have the pipe entrance, kan, from the reservoir enter the pipe. So kita ada entrance, pipe entrance. Okay, and then entrance is 0.5. Okay, so masukkan dalam formula for fittings, head loss due to fittings ini. Okay, gantikan K dengan 0.5. And then untuk pipe, first pipe pun kita ada friction. So kita gunalah formula Darcy ni. Length, of course lah, guna length of pipe 1. And then velocity yang kita akan calculate. And then diameter yang pipe 1 sajalah. Okay. And then the third loss is the exit, pipe exit, sebab daripada pipe masuk ke dalam tangki. So kita ada K value is 1.0. So kat sini dia patutnya ada 1 lah, tapi sebab 1, so dia tak tulis lah ya. And then ada lagi tak losses? So I think that is the only 3 losses yang jadilah untuk dalam pipe 1. Okay. Since the two pipe are parallel, each pipe can be dealt with separately. Meaning kita kena solvekan pipe ni one by one. Okay. So kita masukkan in the equation yang ni. Okay, sorry. Okay, ni. And then plus dengan the total head loss. Alright. So kalau kita tahu kat situ, okay, tengok. Kalau kita dah belajar sebelum ni, before this, in the previous videos, kita dah belajar pressure. Okay, it is exposed to atmosphere. Okay, kalau dalam tank, okay, tank A and tank B. Okay, so bila pressure dalam tank A and tank B ni, they exposed to atmosphere. So does it have any pressure to the water? Okay, so kita dah tengok sebelum ni dia tak ada pressure kan, so pressure is 0 at both sides. So meaning that PA and PB is 0. And then how about velocity? So again, velocity in a pipe, in a tank, static. Betul? Almost static lah. tak ada pergerakan. Kita anggap dia almost negligible, so we can assume it's 0. Okay, therefore bila semua P and V ni 0, so kita masukkan balik dalam equation ni tadi kan. So P0, V0, pressure at tank B is 0, velocity at tank B pun 0. So rho ni kalau dah 0 divided by 0, definitely jadi 0 lah. So kita eliminate all that parameters. So apa yang tinggal? Okay, hanyalah yang tadilah ZA, elevation of A to B, and then also the head loss. Therefore kita masukkanlah the difference of ZA minus ZB to 12, and then ini K due to entrance, and then head loss due to friction, and head loss due to pipe exit. So yang V ni kita remain unknown lah, semuanya hanyalah untuk pipe 1 kan. So it's only V1 lah occurred here. So V1. So kita calculate using calculator. So we get 1.604. That is the velocity in pipe 1. So how about velocity at pipe 2? Okay, sorry, kita tengok pula, kita calculate pula dia punya discharge. So again, formula, basic formula, Q equal to AV. So kita dah ada A tadi, so dah tahu diameter kan. So B pun kita dah calculate tadi. So dapatlah direct flow rate of pipe 1. So is it enough just calculate pipe 1? Belum settle lagi, okay, sebab kita kena calculate pipe 2. Okay, so again the losses are the same. Tak ada yang expansion or any other fittings yang berlaku dekat pipe 2. So we also have the same head loss, total head loss. And then again masih lagi dia punya pressure at tank A 0, velocity at tank A is almost negligible, that is 0. And then again pressure dekat tank B 0, atmospheric kan. And then velocity at tank B is 0. So all this kita eliminate. So ZA minus ZB, again masukkan all the total head loss. Okay, so kita calculate the V2. Okay, ini V2 kan. So kat sini is V2. So you get 1.957. Okay, so dah dapat velocity dekat pipe 2. So you need to calculate the okay. So when we have V2, so kita masukkan V2 dalam equation, flow rate 2 untuk pipe 2. So we have a new we have the flow rate for pipe 2. So how to calculate how to calculate the flow rate, total flow rate. So for parallel pipe, the total flow rate is equal to the total the flow rate pipe 1 plus the flow rate pipe 2. Okay. So this is different with pipe connect in series. Okay, in series the total flow rate is equal to the total flow rate of pipe 1 and also equal to the total flow rate of pipe 2. Sebab series ni dia and the pipe is ended end to end kan, join end to end. So dia kata total dia untuk all along this pipe is equal. Tapi kalau parallel, dia ada dua pipe yang berlainan saiz. Okay, so kalau nak tahu dia punya total flow rate, so kita kena tambahkan flow rate 1 and flow rate 2. Okay, that is the difference between pipe kena in parallel and series. So kita kena tengok jenis pipe tu. So untuk kes ni dia parallel, so kita kena tambahkan Q1 and Q2. Okay, so untuk soalan B, okay, if there are two pipes replaced by a single pipe which convey the total flow, okay, so what is the diameter untuk pipe yang replace tu tadi, untuk the single pipe yang replace the two pipe, so berapakah diameternya with the same flow rate yang akan memberi the same flow rate 0.0118. So macam mana kita nak identify dia punya diameter? So again kita guna the steady flow energy equation. Okay, masih lagi the same formula plus the total head loss. Okay, and then okay, again we also apply the same method lah, the same rules, that is PA and PB atmospheric pressure is 0, and then velocity at AB is negligible and 0. So then we simplified the equation. So we have the ZA minus ZB is, okay, so ni samalah total head loss tadi kan. So now kita nak tahu what is the velocity untuk pipe yang, untuk satu pipe yang menggantikan the two parallel pipe tadi. So kita nak tahu apa velocity tu, so kita jadikan dia unknown lah. Okay, and then since kita nak gantikan satu pipe, ada soalan ni pun dia nak tahu berapa diameter untuk single pipe tu kan. So diameter is also unknown, so kita biarkan unknown ni. Okay, ada dua unknown dalam satu equation. So boleh tak kita nak solvekan dua unknown yang dalam satu equation ni? Okay, it's quite impossible. So kita gunalah method simultaneous equation. So kita jadikan dia equation 1. Okay, untuk the first equation. And then for the, sebab simultaneous equation we need more than one equation, right? Okay, so apa lagi satu equation tu? So kita nak kena convertkan. Okay, kita guna formula Q equal to AV ni. Okay, so kita nak kira unknown lagi satu tadi adalah V kan, V. Okay, so kita V tu kita pecahkan juga menjadi in term of diameter. In term of area tu kita pecahkan menjadi pi d square over 4. So jadi ini, so kita rearrange of the formula. So kita dapat 4Q over pi d square kan. And then kenapa we put 2 over here, power of 2? Because dekat sini kita punya tu adalah 2 kan. Power of 2, V tu adalah power of 2. So therefore kita jadikan dia punya unknown kat sini pun V power of 2. Okay, so bila V power of 2, the whole thing here we must power with 2. So 4 power of 2, 16. Q again power of 2, pi pun power of 2, and D, bila D dah ada power of 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay. Alright, and then this is equation 2. So bila kita nak solvekan diameter and velocity, so kita dah dapat tadi tu dekat equation 1 kan, and then velocity ni dekat equation 2. So kita nak buat macam mana? Put equation 2 into equation 1. Okay, put yang v square tadi tu, okay, v square tadi ke dalam equation 1 yang panjang tadi. So kita dapatlah ini yang v square tadi v square. So kita ada g juga tadi kan, 2gd kan. So kita masukkan v square. So d pun kita remain unknown, sebabnya tadi equation v square tu ada d kan, d power of 4 kan. Okay, so bila kita rearrange, masukkan, simplifiedkan all this equation, so we have this final equation equal to 0. So kita dekat sini tengok, we have d power of 5 and d power, tak ada power ke situ kan, d. Okay, so how we want to solve this equation? We need to use calculator. Okay, you tekan guna shift solve dalam calculator tu, and then you masukkan all this equation. Okay, and then you akan tekan shift solve equation. So you will automatically get d value. So you will have two value of d. So satu tu positif dan satu tu negatif. So kita basically ambil yang positif sebab diameter, okay, it is impossible lah diameter tu kita dapat negatif kan. So tak logik lah diameter tu negatif kan. So that's why kita pilih yang answers yang positif. So you need to belajar macam mana nak tekan calculator ni, scientific calculator. Sebab kalau you guna method lain yang complicated tu, it takes time. So nak tak nak, you kena tahu how to solve this equation yang ada power of 5. Lepas ni kita akan jumpa lagi banyak unknown yang lagi panjang formula dia. So kita kena tahu how to tekan guna shift solve equation dalam scientific calculator. Okay. Okay, bila kita solve equation, so you will get D tu 85 mm. Okay, so exercise. Okay, never mind. So I think sampai situ dulu slide ni. So untuk exercise kita sambung dekat video yang lain. Okay, thank you.